Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to repair a chip or crack on your windshield with one of these windshield repair kits. This should work obviously for any make or model. As you can see my little crack there, kind of hard to focus on it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first step is to scrub and clean all of this, make sure it's clean, there's no dirt. Also, most of these come with a razor blade. Make sure that you get all of the little glass bits out of there as best as you can. So go ahead and clean that and get as much of the little glass chips out of here as you can to make sure that that's not going to mess with any of the process. So next, you're going to take this little piece here with these suction cups, and basically you're probably going to have to verify this from the inside of the vehicle. You're trying to get the center hole right over the top of the crack as best as you can. And then you're going to push down on these suction cups. So go ahead and do that next. And you probably have to go back and forth from outside to inside the car. Okay, so you should get that centered in there. As you can see, it's right in the center there. You can use, this is called a pressure driver. It comes with the kit. And I kind of use this to center it in there too. And then I went inside the cab and made sure that it was centered as well. So once you have that on there, just make sure you'll screw in this pressure driver here, and you'll kind of see if we can get a good angle. We might not be able to, unfortunately. You'll kind of see right as it touches on the crack there, and then right there is tight, is where we want it. So go ahead and attach this on next. Okay, so once you have that flush against the glass there, just like that, you'll go ahead and cut the cap off of the resin here, and you're just going to put anywhere from 3 to 6 drops in here. And then once you do that, you're going to take this pressure thing, which basically just pushes all that resin down into the crack there, and you're going to turn this until it's tight. So that's what you do next. So once you have the resin in here, you use the pressure driver, turn it down. Probably shouldn't have it all the way tight. You have it almost all the way down like that. I can kind of see from the inside it's not getting into all of the cracks that I want it to. Can't see it very well because of the lighting there. But what you can do is you take a hair dryer like this, and just put some heat on there, and it'll help the resin get into all of the cracks within your chip there. So you're going to go ahead and put the resin in, let it sit for anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes. So you can kind of see there's still a little crack there, and that's okay. Basically, we're just going to repeat this step. So I'm going to unscrew that pressure driver. I might add another drop or two of that resin and then re-screw it in. Basically what that does is that little crack that you can kind of see through the center there isn't filled yet, so there's air in there. So we're trying to fill that with the resin. So just repeat this step, unscrew that pressure driver, the top part. This top screw here, unscrew this top part here, maybe put in another drop or two, and then re-screw it in until we can hopefully get all of those cracks filled. So go ahead and do that until you're satisfied. It may appear you either can still kind of see a crack, you might be able to see a little bit of black or dark green is very possible, but go ahead and repeat this until all of those are gone. So you can still kind of see the crack there, but I think it's a lot better than what it was. So once you're satisfied with that, because we're not quite done yet, what you'll do is we're going to take this whole thing off. So, you might be able to see it, you probably can't. Well, you can kind of see some of the resin dripped out, and that's fine because I over-tighten this, and so when you over-tighten it, some of that resin can leak out. That's fine, because we're just going to wipe it up, and in the end you're actually going to put more resin on anyways that you're going to have to scrape off at the end. So, after you're content with, it looks like it's all filled in there, basically you just unscrew this a little bit, get ready because it might drip a little, and you can start popping off all of these suction cups. And we're going to pull this whole thing off and get ready to just wipe it so that there isn't too much resin everywhere. So next, you can still kind of see it there. It's a little smeared because of the resin, but that's going to scrape off. Next, you're going to take a drop of the resin and you're going to put it right on there, and then it comes with these little sheets, and you just perfectly cover it up here. You don't really need to apply pressure. And basically you're going to let this sit on there until the resin dries. It can take about 5 to 10 minutes depending upon how warm out it is. Something I should have mentioned is that all of this should be done in a garage. You shouldn't be doing this in direct sunlight. It needs to be done in a garage. So anyways, that's the next thing you do. Put a drop on there after you have the apparatus off and put one of these sheets over it and then let it dry. If it's still wet when you go to pull it up in 10 minutes, just let it keep drying and just put the sheet back on. Alright, so after that dries, the last step is you remove that little plastic sheet off, and you'll take the razor blade that came with it, put it at a 90 degree to the window, and you'll just scrape like that. You can kind of see a bunch of the white coming off. So that's the last step. Mine, I had to leave it overnight and bring it out in the sun because it's winter here, and it was just too cold for it to dry. So just a heads up, this may not work if it's winter out. You may have a hard time getting it to dry. You can kind of see there's still might not be able to see it very well, but there is still a tiny little hairline crack that I can see. But I mean, and you can see that little area there. It almost looks like I didn't get the bubble out. But in the end, the purpose of this is to prevent it from spider webbing out and getting these giant cracks going everywhere, requiring you to replace the windshield. So this helps keep the integrity of the windshield intact. So that is how you replace or you fix a bullseye chip on a windshield. So anyways, hopefully this was helpful, and thanks for watching.